Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Assassin's Creed. So we're right in the assassination mission, and having trouble with it somewhat because we are on the docks, and anytime we fall in the water we die. So it's a level that's going to demand some precision. Any jump in the wrong place is going to end with you in the water. Doing too much jumping will have you jump right through the point you were aiming for. Let's see, you kind of need to line everything up here for things like this. There are drunks on the ships too. Right. So, one jump this way. Then I have to turn here, turn here.
Fine! None of you will lift a hand in defense of your master! I'll take care of this heathen myself!
He's right here. Just gonna wait till he turns around.
No further.
There we go, got him.
Don't do this.
You are afraid,
Of course I am afraid.
but you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe.
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
Alright, so we are now in a strange position because we gotta run here, but we also can't particularly fall in the water. So we need to desperately find a path here that will have us leave the waterfront. So they've now clearly and directly shown that at least this character of the Templars did not even Christian. So this being a faith versus faith argument only makes sense when you're saying the faith of the assassins versus the faith of the Templars, neither of which are Christian or Islamic. Leave me alone. We're running to see these guys standing with their swords ready to slice me in half as I run by. We're trying to escape and become hidden, all in the same move. The climbing mechanic becomes painfully apparently too slow. That it's too slow when you're trying to run away from people. See if I can maybe lose them this way. Nope. It only slows you down more. Yours closed. Until I gain my my hidden status. So let's run here. Nope, no good. So let's just fight my way out of this. I've got several guys even. A lot. Try to knock as many of them off the edge. Even if it's a small edge. That should help a little bit. That was a Templar, by the way. One of the low-level Templars that seem to have no communication with the main Templars at all. Ooh, that's a new one. Trying to use the new step attack technique. Really? Just wait for it to resynchronize. We saw the bureau gate open automatically, almost as if they had electronics or something in the Third Crusade times. It would make a lot more sense if the Templars did
caused
believe.
quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Mualim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. Of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafik. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
Is he just gonna start writing his book? I guess he is.
Fast forwarding memory.
So remember,
To a more
Altair is supposed to be a master assassin. He shouldn't have any reactions, and he wasn't having any reactions to killing people at the beginning of the game. He was a self-assured jerk, 100%. And yet, now he's having doubts.
Use
At this point in
timelines
his
to
life, he
deal with distant
shouldn't
enemies.
doubt killing people at all. He should have done it
Welcome
a
home,
million
child.
times.
What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubayer and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes, but this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
So, a better cutscene here. A little bit more explanation. This is something we probably needed explained to us at the very beginning of the game. Short blade, expertise, damage. Let's see what that does. So yeah, if this plot should have been explained probably after the first assassination or even before then. Just that the Templars want to create an illusion using the piece of Eden, the apple, and control everybody in Jerusalem, and they say it's going to be freeing them, but really it's going to be controlling them. At least that's what our guy is saying, our leader is saying, and that's why we have to kill them all. At least that starts to make some sense, whereas the rest of this has not even bothered to explain what we're doing.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade.
This guy has
Perhaps
only
you could show
one
them what
line
you
of
know.
dialogue in the entire game. So there's no new tutorial actually. It's simply just more damage.
You must be busy. I understand. Don't toss your weapons around so carelessly. You won't often get a second chance to strike.
Short blade is kind of, I think, your sword. One would assume. Maybe it's not your sword, maybe it's what you attack with when you have the throwing knives equipped. Let's go to Damascus, and there's really no reason to even go to the outskirts, just go straight to the Bureau.
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you
Will allow me to do what? What's the point of a tooltip when the game on modern PCs loads before then? So like, we've also learned you get a little bit of dialogue if you walk in here first.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
So you get a little bit of help there, in case you needed it. You don't really need it though, because the truth is you just are gonna go here. You have to go here, pretty much. You could ignore all the sync points and stumble upon quests, I think, but maybe not. Maybe you can't even get the quests until you sync. So yeah, if you hit twice on the throwing daggers, you bring out the short blade. This blade I have never used. And if you do sword twice, it just pulls it out. And if you do the hidden blade twice, it shoots it out for a second. And if you do down twice, you stick your fists together. It's kind of silly. None of those actions are really useful at all. So the scholars that we've been using, and we kind of, I would assume that the scholars were somewhat on my side. Apparently really aren't, and I've just been able to use them to my advantage.
Run back now. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist. We must push back.
I need to get up here before they get too mad at me.
The shaitan is everywhere, watching, waiting.
You must not trespass here.
Too late. They're mad at me. It's alright. All I have to get up here is to this point, and then Haybell City. So Acre was the Christian-controlled town with that assassination. So one would assume that we'll potentially get a confession from this guy that we assassinate that he doesn't believe in Islam either, and he's the guy in charge of the scholars. 2 more bars and then I'll get another upgrade to my health, but not really because I've already gotten them all. There's definitely some doorways here that needed to be opened so you could walk through buildings, even if they were just out of my way bigger.
The Crusaders must be destroyed.
Have to walk around, walk over a building to get to the right place. Gently move these people out here with the gentle push. The gentle push is an interesting thought, but really a terrible game mechanic. You're so used to playing games, just bumping into and knocking people out of the way. The thought that you have changed the way people have to play so drastically that they have to act like you would in a normal, in the real world, if you are a certain, if you're trying to be polite, at least. It's just weird. It's not what you want it to be, because you don't want to have to be polite and gently go, excuse me, please get out of the way, I'm trying to walk through here. And, that's just, that's the kind of stuff you don't even really enjoy doing in the real world. Ooh, it would be rather odd if somebody actually did enjoy dealing with crowds in the real world.
You do well to hide.
These guys are all over the place. Tons of guards everywhere. So I'm gonna come out here and then just immediately fall back down.
Why would he do that?
I would do that because it is now more safe to be on the ground. Blend next to all these dead bodies.
Hello, my friend. You look well.
Is he on the ground or is he up here? It says I'm 12 increments, 12 feet probably away from him. So he is here.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look on your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
Come no further.
So... where am I going? This way. Alright. Here we go.
I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little
So
more.
this is another one of these race levels where we don't really know what we're supposed to be doing. One would assume I'm supposed to just run in this direction. There you go. It's kind of fast to jump down with that. Otherwise it would be rather slow.
Then the way was made clear to Jubair. He saw what must be done. Understood it fell
up
to
we
him,
go.
having learned the truth.
He's going to hurt
Spread
himself.
Coming
As
up
he
and
was
down
shown the
buildings
way,
is
so
taking
was I.
10 seconds or more.
for you to eat.
Go ahead and pick up that flag. We're doing everything we shouldn't be doing. Go ahead and pick up this flag. 17 seconds. Where is he? That's not gonna work.
Anyone help me?
doing?
You're hurting me.
ردوها علي.
We got 5 more seconds. Oh, we'll save the citizen. Hopefully save the citizen. Hopefully I think somehow. Let's go and try the short blade here. Different assassinations or kill finishing moves. They're slower, but it feels like maybe I threw a couple of knives there that may have killed some other guys. It's strange that she is saved already.
You've saved me.
There's guards all
The city
around,
will know of your sacrifice.
but they must have respawned when I wasn't looking.
Show
So
yourself.
let's get out of here. Here's another flag. Not trying to collect them. Oh, although arguably at this point I kind of am trying to collect them, just to be silly, not to get them all.
You have no business here. Leave.
Nope. I believe that's a Templar right there. See, that does not work. That mechanic. Templar's too weak. So I need to bring out the other sword. There, finally, my sword. The correct sword is out. Too late. Let's get to the top of this area and synchronize, and then see if we can hide and reinitialize. Another tumbler lock climb here. A little bit twisty and turny. It's about once every 4 or 5 that you'll get one of these that really feels like, ooh, almost jumped right off. Yeah, every 4 or 5 spots has some kind of trick to it where it's not exactly the same as all the other synchronization towers. Even though, in actuality, they all are very, very similar. Way, way similar. How many different ways can you build a tower? Well, according to this game, I'd say about 3. Alright, we've got a lot of quests here we can work on. So my sync bar went up one more again. Not really, but that's what the game is saying.
They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
So that was interesting. I locked on the guy, and then the 2 guys next to him started talking.
The crusade! A crusade for what?
And this is apparently a hospital mental asylum.
We must fight them in any way we can. We should stop acting like a child. The English king and his infidel army.
Why are they suspicious of me?
All I ask is
I
for
don't
a
know.
good coin.
Am I
Please,
here?
can't you spare something?
This is our
I'm
chance
poor
to
and
begin
sick and
anew.
hungry.
Let Chevalier lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Though our fathers dwelled in darkness and their fathers before them, it does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew. Let Chevalier lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Chevalier sees things the way they truly are. Sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed.
So they're trying to destroy knowledge. So we've got to follow this guy until nobody sees us. This is the trick for these quests. I don't need to be too close to him, but I kind of want to make sort of close to him. That way that first swing locks you into this fight mechanic that I think...
I'd leave if I were you, before I really get angry.
Why is somebody angry at me?
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. Please, have any money?
I assume I can't just punch him right
All
now.
I ask is for a few coins. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
How about you
turn around and go away?
I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
Let's just stay away from that. Where's it going?
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. No, please. Just a
Is he
few
going
coins,
a different
please.
direction, or is he just going to walk right back
Could you spare a few
to where he
coins,
was?
please? I'm
He
so
is going a
hungry.
different direction.
Just a little money, I beg of you.
They're trying to add to
Can't
these
you
quests,
spare
trying to make
something?
them
I'm
a
poor
little
and
bit,
sick and hungry.
a little bit more complicated.
Just a few coins, please.
There's a lot of knife throwers around here that would
What is it that
certainly
you
have
want?
trouble with me punching him.
You do not want to do that again.
Oops.
What is that man thinking?
Sorry. Wind. Immediately got everyone's attention by knocking over that barrel. That water carrier's water jug. It's like guards right there, specifically placed in that point so that I can't. This is long. There's no timer, it seems like. No. Should I just punch him? I don't think it works if I just punch him.
God damn you! Leave me alone!
Have I done something wrong? What could I have done wrong? I don't think I have. I think this is how it's supposed to play out.
How about you turn around and go away?
He's just walking right back to his spot. So he's gone full circle here. And it feels very much like when he got to the reflecting pool, that's when I should have hit him.
Go pester someone else.
So we'll hit him when he gets to the reflecting pool. We'll
No, please don't
see
leave.
what happens
Just a
then.
few coins, please. My family is sick and dying. Could you spare a few
Out of the
coins?
way.
Hey, cheer me for that. Violence is not the answer, my child.
In this we agree, so speak and I may stay my blade. What is it your master intends? Why destroy all this knowledge?
We lay the stones to build a road upon which soon all men will travel. It leads to a better tomorrow.
That is not what I see.
Then you are blind. The words upon these parchments, they are poison. Jubayer holds the cure. He'll free us from their lies.
It's nonsense you speak. You've lost your mind.
No, not lost, but found. I see the world for what it truly is. He has shown me so much. I am illuminated.
Fanatic is all you are, and dangerous for it.
Do what
Illuminated
you
like
must. It
Illuminati.
changes nothing. We are not afraid.
You should be.
So they had to throw it in there at some place. We're gonna do Templars and Assassins. We might as well do Illuminati
Where are
too.
you? I know you're here somewhere.
That took too much time. Let's see, where do we want to go to next? former assassination challenge is like right here. So that would be a mistake, I think, to go to that one. Let's instead... What can I do? Let's do this eavesdrop that's way over here, so we can run in a direction opposite of where we just killed that guy.
I have exactly what you need.
It's a pretty bad system, really. It is that once you accomplish your goal, there's a body. In other games like Hitman or something, you would have opportunities to hide bodies, ways to continue being undercover. In this game, there's just none of that. It's just, I'm gonna leave it on the street for everybody to see, and if you don't like that, too bad. Don't kill it. And half the time you don't even have a choice if you're gonna kill the character or not.
Defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist.
So here's a different fountain that looks different, but this area that the fountain's in, I'm pretty sure is exactly the same design as the one we'd seen before. Maybe that is the exact same area, actually. And I'm confused. The layout of this world is big enough that I could have easily made that mistake. Oh, these beggars. There should have been like 5 of them in the entire game. That right at the very specific points, so you just kind of knew that they were going to happen in certain scenarios, and throw a cog in the machine. Not cog in the machine, but a monkey wrench into the machine.
Has he gone mad?
But for just general walking around,
You will die here.
What happened here?
we'll climb up here. It's like an eavesdrop, I think, inside this building area.
You are not supposed to be here. Leave.
Just a few coins, please.
Right. Now I think this building in particular is fine to walk into, so I'll just walk into it after I synchronize. Walk into it, sit down, and eavesdrop. Notice that the on-screen items are not even
Strange. I've never seen someone do that before.
done showing by the time I can jump in the hay bale. There's so much menu here. It's like you get another increment on your health, you get another update to your map, you get a synchronization point. That all should have probably been on one screen by itself.
Just a few coins,
Let me
please.
sit down. Good.
No, you don't want to. I have nothing.
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
It is
You seem
Illuminati.
sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to
Just
even
put his
hear you
hand
ask
through
the
the
question.
Very well.
Dad.
We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
So it's really weird. that you'd have a cutscene and you'd still like totally fail for that cutscene to animate properly.
Please, sir, have any money?
Maybe they intended for me to sit on the other bench, but that's easy to test and make sure it looks good from my perspective.
There is no greater glory than this.
Let's go this way.
Curse him! Curse
Not a
the
lot
Christian
really
king
in
and
this
his
corner
army of
so far.
infidels.
Maybe we'll
They go against the will
do
of
some
God
more with it this
and
corner
must be made
when
to
we
pay.
get the assassination quest. Let's see. I'm gonna jump here. Then I'm gonna jump this way. Almost fell off there. Out of knives.
Kill him!
Then I'm just gonna run. Come on, let me out. Taking forever to synchronize. And it's silly because what I'm gonna do is immediately just get caught again. Almost certainly. As I climb up here, somebody's gonna spot me. I will say, of all the myths that are in this game, and I guess this is somewhat spoilish, they have yet in any of the Assassin's Creed series to introduce a species of underground lizard people descended from the dinosaurs. I think, even for Assassin's Creed, that's probably going too far to try to integrate that theory. Although they may do it. And I wouldn't be opposed to at least one game that was focused around lizard people. Get this guy.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
We have 5 more citizens to save.
Yeah, out of the way! It's forbidden to have. Find out what he does.
What's the next good point to...
The infidels! The infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. There he is! I'll get you!
There's less places here to hide. And those things.
You will not get away from me!
Where are you?
I see him! Don't let him get away! There! He's there! He won't get away! Give up! You've nowhere to run! Where is he? There! He's there!
I'm running around here. Trying to find...
Get him! Get him!
If there was... I was hoping maybe there would have been a way to get right behind the hiding place. And that way I'd break their line of sight and jump in the hiding place immediately. Didn't really work. So, next plan is to simply take out all these guys. That one hit the ground, so tap an X button, hit right trigger the counter, and tap X button. Try to get that combo, if there really is a combo in this whole system. I believe that's a sync point, so we'll take this sync point. This is an interesting building. The way it's designed, a lot of like, what are those called? Ivy trainers as roofs. You do get a small bit of peace and calm when you're up here sometimes, but kind of rarely. Would have been nicer. One of the things that I thought about when I first played this game, and you still think about it really, because there's not a lot of instances in the entire series in which you play in modern times. They've practically given up with that, because as soon as somebody has a gun, then they can just shoot at you from a distance, regardless of how high you are. The game changes drastically then. So, yeah, that was certainly something I considered. Also, just think about how cities are built. You could probably have a great Assassin's Creed set in New York, and maybe some of the other places, like a handful of other cities in the world, like maybe some Chinese cities, Tokyo, France, maybe. But most cities don't have that many total buildings, no structures at all that you can call. They're definitely usually not as closely built as the buildings in these cities are, where you could run along this side. In fact, for that very reason, most cities you're not allowed. They're designed so you couldn't go from rooftop to rooftop, so you can't go from rooftop to rooftop. Criminals can't. These are some of the best scenes, and they are some of the worst experiences. These fights, they just don't play right. If this was all they had worked on, was fighting a bunch of guys with well, it still wouldn't have been fun, but it would have been a lot better than what we ended up with, I'm sure.
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off.
Who did this? These idiots will die here. You can't get involved.
Let's
You will not get away from me.
To the synchronization point over here. Just run right behind that guy and just start climbing. I don't even think the guard sees me.
Be gone.
Somebody sees me. And they're shooting arrows. Certain points, it's easier to move around. The round dots are a little bit more difficult than the ledges that go all around the edges. Sorry to rhyme there. One more sync point to do. citizens here.
We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been
I
ours.
should have pickpocketed
It
that
is
guy.
our duty to defend it until death.
Yeah, let's see if we can
Crusaders
pickpocket this guy.
must be destroyed.
That gets me 5.
Now
And
comes
we'll
the English king and
take
his
this second
infidel
guy.
They lead horrors in
Come
their
on,
ranks.
come
And he
on.
tries to meet him.
Yeah, that gets me
Why
repelled.
on earth might be avenged?
So the trick to take those guys out fast is just to run towards them. Hold that right trigger and go into aggressive mode a little bit of a second before you start approaching him.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear.
God curse the one who's done this. Where are you?
You should not be so careless, friend.
All right,
I'm
where
here
are
to
you?
help.
3 more citizens to save. Let's see, this race, rooftop race, we have to do again. And then the synchronization point, I assume, is going to point us to some more citizens in peril.
Leave this place. Could you spare a few coins?
Go, we'll jump this way, this way. That path feels very much like something that would be required to do. Okay, I've got to jump from a pretty high section, I think, to reach this. Maybe this will work. Yep. Because I don't think you would have been able to get up as high as I have reached from the bottom. Now I've got to figure out how to get up, and it's this one little section, and only this section. Jump all the way around. Assassinate this guy. Did not have my hidden blade equipped. So we're kind of making short work of this mission, but I imagine more of it is going to come. That the assassination mission itself is going to take a little bit of time, and if it's anything like the last one, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Hopefully it won't be near water.
Leave now and I'll let you live. I leave if I bring you. Before I really get angry.
So I need to just simply blend in. Man, these crazy people walk right next to me, and they break my blend.
What is it that you want?
That hurt! Stop it, please! That hurt!
Right.
Stop it, please!
What can you do?
You're hurting me!
That's all I needed to do. Again, we get like 5 more guards on top of the 4 that were here to begin with. There's no way to make this fun, to ever tell to any player, alright, now I'm gonna make you fight 5 identical guards extra on top of the 5 I was making you do before. It's a game of numbers that's never fun. You never want your game to increase difficulty by just giving more than 3 of anything, I would say. whole Nintendo strategy that has been around forever is Bowser has to be hit on the head 3 times. It would be fun if Bowser had to be hit on the head 10 times. Even the 3 times is sometimes ridiculously too many. There have certainly been some Lego games where they've tried to add to it and hide the fact that you have to hit somebody 10 times, and it is rather repetitive and unfun in that situation too. Just give me one guy and make me parry with him some more. That would be better than having 5 guys. Slightly better. Only the slightest amount better. So I got the hidden blade. I need to get over here before that guard sees that dead body.
What happened here?
See, you hear the guard going, what happened here? Ever to drop that body to the wall. This really feels like they just had 2 people program 2 separate things. They didn't get integrated until the last 5 minutes of the game coming together. Because I'm sure at some point somebody was playing this game and only saved the citizens with the 3 cards that they put there. And then the message never got back to them. It's like, more guards coming as soon as you attack.
All the city will know of your sacrifice.
And you lose control of your camera there. We've got a quest here. What is this quest? Informer, merchandise, stand destruction. That'll be annoying.
Altair, your name is on everybody's lips these days, and for once their words are kind. If you're truly a changed man, perhaps you'd be willing to do me a favor. Jubair has employed certain merchants to spy on the citizens for him. They feed him names in exchange for gold. You would be doing all the city a great service if you were to find these merchants and destroy their stalls. This should end their evil.
All right.
Leave now.
Where's the first stand?
Show yourself.
Infidel! Don't let him get away! Death to the infidel!
That's 1 down. That's 2. And need somebody to throw. Come here. You. No, you. No, come on.
Don't let him get away!
All my... You. How about you? There you go. My vigilantes only made it worse to accomplish that quest. I gotta run away from this guy, I don't have time. Gotta get up a wall. A minute 30 to reach this height. Here. Over here.
He won't get away.
I got a minute 10 to get up here. Come on.
Get him.
A minute
No way out! He's finished. He must be.
I have to be anonymous. So that means I have to spend extra time here. And so the Templar there that I just got his attention. He's gone. Forget him.
You've done a good thing today, Altair. In exchange, I'll share my knowledge with you. Your target is likely to be dressed, much like his followers. So here is how to distinguish him from the others. He wears rich golden robes and carries with him a large pouch. Find him, brother. Make him feel pain.
Wait a minute. He's dressed like the others, but he has rich golden robes and carries a pouch. Well, that isn't quite like the other scholars, is it? In fact, that's almost nothing like the other scholars. So we have 2 more quests to do and 1 more citizen to save. And then I think that's all we need to do. Then we will have the actual assassination mission and then we will be done. So we'll almost certainly get that done next recording, hopefully, unless we run into something that's very, very difficult to accomplish. It is very nice to say, though, as far as the memories go, we are we are up to 100% here. We haven't missed anything except for the collectibles, and we're not going to do any of that. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. I hope that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.